We have completed our first objective here within Book 3. So, congratulations.
Mm.
The party has been able to spend some time in downtime since. Now, having claimed the bounty that was left within the former Giant Slayer's tomb, Nargrim Steelhand, it seems that his treasure by which he is named for has found a new wielder. Gochin has allowed for his hand to be severed and replaced with the steel hand. His
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, why would you do this? No one I know would ever do this.
cause strength bonus.
Who the fuck
Also,
cares?
bigger weapons.
No one I know would ever do it either, and I wanted not to do it, but Gochin definitely would do it.
Fair.
Gochin is an idiot.
Gochin is young.
And he's gonna be a legend.
Congratulations, you have given away your personal care hand.
Look, it wasn't seeing much use anyway. You gotta remember,
Let's be honest,
Gochin's an anime protagonist who only thinks of the next best fight and beating his sister at being able to make good weapons. This boy's got a one-track
So
mind.
they have dildo making contests. Got it.
Oh, wow.
Gochin's the guy that'll have a whole harem and not even realize it.
You know,
Oh, Jesus.
you know. Too bad 90% of it in this game would probably end up being grannies.
Yeah.
So strange. That said, you guys have spent a couple days, letting the tomb get cleaned up by the Dwarven siblings and giving a little bit of aid here and there. But you had departed when last we left off. You know that your eventual goal is to head to Minderhall's Valley and disrupt whatever collection of giants seems to be gathering in the efforts to train for some eventual army of this storm tyrant, Volstis. But on your way, you had decided that you did wish to, stop by this small town, which you've come to understand is some sort of a mining town called Shinneman's Fortune. You know you should reach it within about the next day or so. As one, it is on the way, and two, it would provide a nice stop before you get into the real thick of the mountains and terrain that is going to prove far less welcoming to a wagon setup. That
So I
said,
need dire goats.
if only we
Dire
had
mountain
someone who
goats.
could summon them.
Those summons don't last long. I don't have access to the arcane bullshit of Titan Communal Mount.
True. If only Ava had studied such things.
Need to make another arcane summoner that plays with that. That was fun.
That said, it was getting a little long towards the evening of your prior day, as you all had taken some time for your downtime, identified some items, and gotten cozy. What would it be that your characters would be doing amidst the evening hours post a dinner scenario?
I still would probably just be bantering with whoever. After stringing up his new string on his bow.
Mm-hmm.
And Gochin will be looking to arm wrestle someone.
I want to watch this.
Who's brave enough to take on your champion of True Now?
Heather would.
No, she would not.
No, there is a stomp, and another stomp, and that Chompy's just there staring right behind him with his two little dinky arms.
Yes. This is how it happens.
Oh.
This is what needs to be done. Chompy, I will take you in a one-on-one arm wrestling combat.
Oh,
Syl shouts out in
God
glee.
damn it.
This is gonna be hilarious.
Oh, god damn it.
Dinky two-clawed arms thing.
All right, as a arm wrestling contest is staged, you know the rules. Strength checks only. Best of 3. Or I should say, first to hit 3 wins.
Okay. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh,
God damn.
Okay. At least I threw the bad one on the first one. I wasn't
Holy
gonna be able to win
fucking
that
shit.
one.
Chompy gets 1 so far already.
Just slammed his hand down.
No, not yet.
Wasn't ready. Chompy just flips him across the table.
God damn. Hey, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Wow, Chompy.
Chompy just needs 1 more to win.
oh.
Does he
Flawless
really?
victory. Third 20.
Oh,
Oh.
there it goes.
Little paw slips.
Alright.
Bloody
Gojin's
palm.
flexing it back.
This is-
If that had been a third 20 in a row, though, I would have been absolute.
I was kind of expecting it to be, because that's Chompy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
Ba-ba-ba.
Chompy wins.
Yep.
I
Handily.
started like really holding that table, trying to pull him back, and then Chompy's like, nah. Oof.
Gochin, I don't really know what I expected, but I honestly kind of expected more than this.
But, well, it is Chompy after all.
I hope you understand that when you get back to True Now, the rest of town is never going to let you live it down that you were beaten by a dinosaur.
If they find out.
They're
I mean, he
They're gonna
is the
find out.
hero of True Now, but even still.
But look at that man meat over there. All
Again.
muscle.
I understand Chompy is impressive beyond all can. But come on, you're really giving us a bad name.
You lost
gonna have
to them
to train
dinky
harder.
arms, man. You lost to those dinky little two-clawed arms.
well.
You're supposed to be our strong man of town. Like, everyone knows that I'm not going to be able to beat Chompy. I'm a, finesse fighter. But you... kind of gestures to all of you. It's kind of your, defining feature.
Don't worry, I'll find other ways to show my strength.
Alright, well... hopefully soon. I understand you just lost an arm, but... Ugh.
Yeah, I'm still breaking it in, This was just like the beginning.
Alright, buddy. I'll try not to write this into the ballads, but, it's gonna be kind of hard not to.
Oh, you're not supposed to be writing the ballads. That's his job, as he points over at Sylph.
Excuse me, we
They
share the
both-
responsibility.
They both do it.
He's your
Sylph
hype
getting
man, and
called
I'm
out.
your chronicler.
Yeah, he's the poet.
I do nothing of the sort.
You're not the poet.
Silt, you're the hype man for the party.
Oh,
How
yeah,
else are they
yes.
inspired?
I can ad-lib all day.
I'm just making sure that your reputation as a party doesn't sink any lower due to performance issues.
That's right. See? Ad-libs. Syl just keeps blinking.
And this is gonna face palm. Just like, oh my god.
Yeah, she's like, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Now that
It's
said,
his job to corral the cats.
And Ava seems deep into research. Like, she is not even, like, paying attention to you guys at all.
Yep, so Edna's all on her lonesome to deal with the chaos.
There is going to be no chaos. We are fine.
Darlin's usually not that big of a chaotic force. He's normally, like, a pretty, like, stalwart fixture within, you know, keeping things on the train.
Unless he throws a sausage.
I was just going to say, that sausage game. You can
Look.
boomerang them things.
That's a reward. There's a difference.
That's my and Choppy's reward to each other.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Darlin
so
gets a laugh,
punishment.
and Chompy gets, you know, food. But as these games are going on, you do feel the wagon come to a sharp lurch, as if it has come to a halt.
Guys, I think we stopped.
No shit, Sherlock.
The wagon went. "Er."
If Dave is talking, we cannot hear him.
I can hear him.
I was gonna say he's talking.
I cannot.
I can hear him.
He probably still has me
I can't hear him at all.
toned down from when we played the game.
You may need to turn him up, Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned him up. Now I can hear him.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
For some reason, his volume was set to 0. I don't know why.
Because of the game you guys played.
Yeah, we were playing Beyond Horizon.
Oh,
the other
fuck, that's right.
Goofball.
I didn't think it would translate over to this server.
Oh yeah,
It's-
no,
it's
it's
funny when you said that.
person.
When you alter someone's like volume, yeah, it affects it across all of Discord.
Yep.
It's linked to them.
Wow, okay, I didn't know that.
Now you do.
It's funny. It sounded like sarcasm. I don't know why I completely muted him.
Oh, why would I ever mute Dave?
Rude.
I'm used to it.
I'm sure you
Aw.
would never do such a thing.
Man.
Never.
Mute me all you want. I still love you.
Sorry, I'm gonna go jump in a hole now.
At least I'm not muted.
I mean, I can fix that.
No.
Either way, the cart has come to a complete stop, and almost a sudden one at that. This doesn't feel like just the natural, like, come to a pause that you're used to within the bounds of this wagon. Due to the somewhat more magical nature, you do not hear anything from outside, and know that in order to investigate, you would need to find egress from the wagon.
Ooh.
Edna will go check.
You need assistance?
As you kind of poke your head out of one of the side doors of the wagon, you can hear your orcish companion from the caravan, Dregar, go, "In the fucking blazes.
Everything good out there?
No. You might want to get out here and see this. Maybe a few of you.
Fuck, okay. And she'll pop her head back in. Guys, we gotta go outside. Something's going on.
Oh, something
Wait,
that
where
needs
are
a
we?
hand?
Where are we exactly right now?
In the mountain.
You were on the route to heading to Shinneman's Fortune. You knew you were probably less than like a day out, but it seems you have preemptively stopped for some reason.
Oh,
Obviously,
geez.
he's on fire because the giants attacked it and sacked it well before we got there. Understood.
Well, I bet it's our buddy Urgash. And Sylph will start going out in glee.
This is occurring in the evening of your second day, basically en route to Shinneman's Fortune. So, probably traveled somewhere within the realm of like 15 to 20 miles by this point.
Yeah.
But as you guys kind of step out of the wagon, you can see that there's like a small stream that flows from the southeast, the same direction you guys are traveling. And there's like this overgrown footpath that you guys have kind of stopped on that seems to run alongside the stream.
Oh, shit.
You can note that ahead there seems to be a small clearing, a few hundred feet from the stream. And there are wisps of smoke that kind of trickle from what seems to be the chimney of a 2-story stone cottage. The front door and a lot of the fencing around the area seems to have been smashed to pieces. And the splintered panels kind of seem to hang crookedly from a single hinge at that doorway. Even just from here, something seems wrong. I think we might have trouble going ahead. Should we keep pulling forward, or you guys want to take a look-see first?
Someone could be in
No.
danger.
All right, let's get going. See if there's any pinkskins in need of rescuing.
No, there's our answer. Let's
Yeah.
go, guys.
Yeah, come on. It's all hands on deck.
Chompy roars excitedly. Champion's here to win all the things!
Oh, hell, champion arm wrestler Chompy.
You can't understand.
Yeah, I was
him.
gonna say you can't
It'd be
understand him.
ridiculous.
He roared
Only I can
excitedly.
feel them.
Yeah, I just shouted out to his roar.
Sure,
It just
you
coincidentally coincided with what he said.
did.
I think he's trying to steal your dinosaur. You should take him out.
Nope.
I will have to eliminate him immediately.
So
Pain.
it just starts rapidly fermenting.
So the party is all getting ready and heading out?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it would seem.
Very well. As you draw closer to this cottage, you can see that several large chips mar the exterior stonework, and a sizable hole has kind of been torn through the thatched roof. There are loud crashing noises that seem to come from within as you draw closer and closer, almost as if something is still inside, kind of ransacking the place. How do you decide to take your approach? Are you going in loud and proud, or are you,
Yes.
alright.
Oh,
Dolgus is walking on up along with Chompy, and once we're outside the door, Chompy will give a loud roar of challenge.
Well, the smashing and crashing does seem to come to a sudden stop as there's a grunt and a hum. I would like for the party to go ahead and roll me perception checks real quick.
Oh god. Where is my dice?
We're still level 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have not changed your level, no.
Well, no, I haven't changed my level because I haven't done any level up stuff. I was just making sure I wasn't missing something.
Dang, Chompy.
No.
Dolgus and Chompy beating the rest of the crew.
Amongst the crashing and sounds, you guys could suspect that it's probably a larger individual that is inside, causing a ruckus. But it is Dolgus, Sylph, and Chompy that can hear the faint cries of something that sounds almost like an infant from within the house.
No, I think there's a pink-skinned baby in there.
But before you're able to, kind of get too much chatter between the two of you, it does sound like something has been startled and almost flown into a rage within the building, and it almost kind of bursts out and attacks at you guys.
What the fuck?
This is gonna be a little bit more of a theater of mind encounter, but let's just show you what does lunging its way out the door at you.
Oh, shit.
It's a cave troll. No,
Not quite a cave troll.
I know that felt like taking that silly joke. They got a cave troll.
A troll in the dungeon. As Dolgus and Chompy were leading the way, I would expect that the rest of you are somewhat oriented behind them.
Yeah,
Mm.
something like that.
Probably.
There. Kind of give you guys some space to orient.
Do you want us to roll initiative here?
One moment. Yep. Yep. Yes, go ahead and roll for initiative as this bursts out the door,
Pretty
ripping
sure
and
Chompy goes on
roaring
my
at you all.
initiative.
Yeah, I just need to remove him from initiative. Uh-oh, whoops. Damn it. Let me fix this.
I'd like to also say that apparently I still had Chompy's bull strength on during the competition, but going back over it, it literally changed none of the outcomes of the rolls. So,
Yeah.
you know.
You rolled so good.
Yeah, you rolled so damn good. Alright, 1 second. Let me fix this. So that's... there we go. I can do that. And I can still go back to this. And then I can change this to 20.04 update. Can update this to, what did I roll? 1503. Darlin rolled a natural fucking 20. Let's go, buddy.
Yay.
Update. Chompy needs to be removed. This Chompy goes on his. Update combatant. That's a 19 flat. And Sylph. Rolled a 602. Okay. Oh, oops. There we go. And I think that means that everyone has now rolled. Huh. I can have the combat tracker pulled out on its own. That's kind of neat. Okay. We begin with Darlin.
The who? Who that? Who that?
Darlin, go first.
Never.
The creature is within like 30 feet of the party, just generally. As it burst from the doorway as you all approached and made noise and triumphantly declared your presence.
Oh, God, it smells fucking horrible. Oh, that was still. Never mind.
Sorry.
Sorry.
One sec. Okay, so character sheet open here. So this thing is large, like Chompy?
Yes,
And you said it's 30 feet from the party?
generally.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Then I'm gonna charge at it and try to overrun it.
Can you charge their allies?
Oh shit, that's right. They're in front of it. Oh, then I'll just walk up to and try to fucking do it then.
Sure.
I'll just do a normal move and then try to knock it down. And yes, I have something that does allow me to charge things bigger than me without taking any penalty if it's one size category larger.
Okay. I am good, swing on you for rushing me.
Yeah, that's fine.
What alignment was Dolgus? Because I accidentally hit the gear wheel next to alignment and like hit a random thing. I think I was lawful neutral, or chaotic neutral, or something neutral.
I think you were just generally, like, chaotic neutral.
Maybe
Oh,
I'll see
yeah,
what
I
Black
think you're-
Rug's alignment is, and I'll base it off that.
Yeah.
Judge accordingly. Take your
Mm.
swing.
Yes. Target.
Ugly bastard.
And...
Cian, so I guess probably Cian.
I'll move up there for now.
Whenever you... Right.
I mean, I could go look it up on the roll 20, because that sheet should
If I'd
still
been
be
able
like-
to charge, I would have been able to do it without provoking.
Oh, that's Addy. Yeah, so... we're
Look
just gonna
up the
go-
Giant Slayer roll 20 and figure that out.
Munch. Munch, munch, munch. Munch, munch, munch,
No.
munch.
Very big miss.
Darn! I was close.
No, you
you
are
weren't.
correct. I was true neutral,
Here you are, because
Which
I
is
have
still
plus
within
4
a,
versus giant.
which is still within a one-step alignment of Black Rogue, so I'm good. Even though I'm
I
not a
was
priest.
close.
No, you're not. Alright.
Munch, 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 munch. Well, he has a +4 versus dwarves.
So 33 to try and overrun him.
Yeah, 33, 33 gets him.
Alright, he takes 15 damage for me going through. And then I swing at him with a 43 for 18.
A
With my
43
spike
will
on.
connect. As a note, your overrun does not beat by 5 or more.
Okay. So it doesn't fall down. How much did I miss it by?
Enough.
Enough.
Well, because I got those other bonuses in the cliff notes. That's why I asked.
I know. That's why I let you
Okay.
know.
Alright, just making sure.
I saw the cliff notes.
I'm making sure. Yeah, it's my turn. Now I'm on the other side of him.
Alrighty. Yes, you did. And you can hear the intensity of cries coming from what seems to be probably upstairs now. Now that you're close enough, darling, you can actually hear the, wails of a child.
Yeah.
Epna, it do be your turn.
Okay.
You have a champion of Dolgus in front of you, but the Darlin just blitzed past and, seemed to have tucked and rolled beneath this troll's legs. As a note, anyone who wants may roll me a local when it comes to their turn for identification purposes.
Knowledge local.
Yes, indeedy.
Nope.
I mean, you recognize it as at least a troll. Anything beyond that, and you got no fucking clue.
Makes sense. So, and I just need to get up closer to it. I can't walk between them. Unless I'm
Yeah, you can.
I can? Okay.
Yeah, no, like, you can move through ally spaces.
Yeah.
You just can't
Yeah,
move through
allies
enemy
don't-
spaces.
Yeah, allies don't block normal movement. They only block charge unless you have certain feats that allow you to charge through ally spaces.
Mhm.
So I can get within 20 feet and not be hit by him?
I mean, You can move up, and you saw that he had reach of at least 10 feet to smack Darlin, so...
Well, he tried anyway.
I'm just trying to figure out if I should buff myself first and then move up.
That is probably always the wisest idea,
Okay,
if you're aiming to do a buff.
Yeah.
Because buffing while in melee is an additional attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to have Keen on already. So
That's a swift action and easy enough to do.
okay. Then,
So it's keen, and then what else?
+1.
Justin. Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough.
And then I'll move up
Are you getting within striking range?
for me or for him? Because more than likely for him, yes.
Well, your striking range and his striking range do overlap, but it's the question of, are you going to try to hit him this round?
I'm gonna try.
Okay, then I am going to get to swing on you first.
Okay, I'm gonna get up there.
I gotta fix this back.
This is gonna hurt.
31 will indeed hit
Yep.
for 16 as he bites you right across the shoulder.
Ouchies.
But you can go ahead and try to pay it back.
Okay, I want to do spell combat with this. Am I able to do that?
You'll need to cast defensively in order to avoid losing or being attacked for the spell, but yes. What spell are you trying to cast?
Shocking Grasp.
Okay, first level spell, so you're looking at a DC 17 with a caster level check.
Alright.
Or concentration check, sorry.
So I need concentration check first.
Concentration check first.
Concentration. Keen spell combat.
That succeeds. Now, this is not full-blown spell combat because you did have to move.
Yep.
So this is just spell striking.
So just keen.
So you're
attack.
not gonna have to turn on spell combat, debuff, or anything like that for this.
Okay, so just the keen.
So you're gonna get a
attack
single. Yep, you're gonna get a single attack with Malakt.
normal. Alright. Arcane enhancement +1. Single attack.
A 31 will strike. So now you can go ahead and click Shocking Grasp to also add that in. Okay, so that is. Let's see. I will click my guy, add the slashing damage, and then also take the electricity damage.
Electricity.
Yep. Feeling roughed up already.
Good.
Rude. Dolgus, it's your turn. Now, considering
Has
that
anyone
they
made
are,
that knowledge local check yet?
they've tried and failed.
I don't think I have knowledge local, but yeah, I don't have knowledge. Okay.
No.
Well, there is only one thing to do.
Send
All right, I
in
need to hit the rest
Johnson.
button because none of my spells were redone. And slap Chompy with the classic because reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And let Chompy go do Chompy things.
Yeah, you can get up right behind Ethna.
Can the Chompster chomp?
Yes, yes, it can. Your reach is equidistant to the trolls.
Oh, that was a rhetorical question.
Ah. Fine, fair. Mock me all you want. Ouch. How rude. That do bite. Let's see that grab.
Oh, right. I forgot about grab. Goodness. Where are we? CMB.
Ah, yes. That's going to just grab. So you are both now grappled. But Chompster has done what Chompster does. It is now Yokin's turn. Gochin, it's your turn, buddy. Seems like there's
Okay.
quite the melee going on up there. There's not a whole heck of a lot of room to get in the fray to now. You definitely can't go to the left. You'll have to try to go to the right.
Okay, because I don't want to get in. Well, I don't want to get in. Not Dolgus. Darlin's way.
No, you won't really be in Darlin's way now, because
Okay.
he's kind of flanking with Ethna.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to move and grow large as part of my movement.
Yeah. Just gonna kind of slide him back a little bit. You got your macro that makes you big?
Yep.
Cool. Just kind of. Yeah, that's small.
Oh, I don't know
you
why.
gotta do it manually, and
Oh, that's
Yeah.
broken.
yeah, that's broken for whatever reason.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Where is it?
Just kind of try to align these a little
It's
bit.
under your attributes. Just change the size from fine to large.
There we go. Thank you.
There we go. Kind of put you and Chompy side by side. Get a proper illustration of like what's going on here.
All right. And
So you won't have flanking, but
actually, that's right. No. Let's see. How far would I have? I'd have 10-foot range. I just remember I have the heart spit or spike.
mhm. Which would be
So-
15-foot range in large.
Okay. And Chompy, he's already. If I'm behind him, I'd be farther away than that, right?
You'd be too far, yeah.
Okay.
Where
Alright,
you're
so-
at, you can hit 10 and 15 feet because this back corner of the creature is still within that range. So is this.
All right. Yep. So I'll use that.
Gonna attack with Heart
Oh, yeah.
Spit.
Oh
Okay,
god, I forgot
cool.
to target him.
Well, you rolled a nat 1 anyway.
Oh, okay.
Your main hand is just feeling real rough right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, still getting used to this thing.
Yep.
Hey, Nick, when you got a chance, give me control of
Yokin.
Gochin, and I can fix this macro. I found the fix for it.
Okay, 1 second. Derek. There.
Pierce isn't here to fix it. I will.
Well, Troll is grappled by Chompy and has also been attacked by Ethna. But Chompy's really like pissing him off, so since he's grappled, he is going to go into a full flurry against poor Chompy with its full retinue of natural attacks. So we're going to go ahead and start with the bite. For a 32. That actually is going to hurt Chompy.
Ow.
You're
Then we're
straight
going
through
to go into a...
Hey, it works now for you.
Yeah,
I fixed it. Gochin's buff now works.
okay. Then we're going to go into Claw. I don't know if this is going to work to roll both, but we'll try. It only rolled 1, so I'll have to roll another. 23 is going to miss, though. So, second claw, also a miss. So, sadly, no rend. Womp womp.
You poor boy.
Make sure mine works.
Much sad. Still did damage to Chompy. Big achievement. Sylph, it's your turn. This trollish creature is struggling against Chompy. Do you have knowledge local?
You don't need it. Just shoot it. Just shoot it.
Hang on. Hang on.
It might be important.
Hmm.
Oh.
Sadly, again, this is Troll. You're feeling the pain of not having your scholar with you.
Oh, should I do stealth things or should I attack it?
Entirely up to you. It is a single enemy, and it does seem to be pretty decently wounded. And you did hear the cries of a young child inside. Probably an infant.
Yes. So, would you leave a poor, defenseless child all alone?
Yeah, but it could be its
Abandoned.
child, though. This could be its mother trying to
No.
protect its baby.
No.
Just do something.
Oh, God. Something doesn't feel right, guys.
No.
I don't know what.
Well, we'll find out.
I think you're.
Fucking do something.
I feel like if we kill it, we're gonna find out something bad.
We might.
Oh,
Out of
God.
character, wasn't this house
Or if
described
you
as
don't
someone
kill it, it
broke in?
kills us.
Like we were given a description where like something had broken into this house. This is clearly
Yes.
what broke into this house.
Yeah. And something has thundered this house like a. And it's this giant troll, probably.
How far away is it from me?
Within about like 30 feet-ish.
30. Okay. Sylph's gonna cast Gloom Blind bolts on it.
I don't remember what this does. I know it's supposed to be cool, so you're gonna have to click the spell for me to cast it first and foremost. And then we'll see what happens after.
Alright. I gotta, hang on. Bolts almost be aimed at targets within 30 feet of each required range touch. Range touch attack to hit. Each bolt deals. Okay, alright. This poor thing.
Gloom Blind Bolts. One or more bolts of energy. You create one or more bolts of negative energy infused with shadow from the shadow plane. You fire one bolt plus one for every 4 levels beyond 5th. Okay, so you only have the one bolt right now.
I have one bolt, yep.
Yeah. You gotta roll a ranged touch attack to hit. So this. Wonder how the spell is coded on your sheet. Spell. If we click. Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm guessing that, like,
I got the shoot my gun or something.
details. I'm curious what happens when you roll it. Use. Okay, so no, it just, like, does the thing. It doesn't actually give you the use button. Okay, weird.
Yeah, it just does the thing, yep.
Huh. It should have a, like,
I think
Hey.
you have to
Should've-
roll something.
edit action, saving throw spell. It is a saving throw, but you still have to roll an attack roll to even hit it first.
Wouldn't I
Because
just roll
each
my gun?
I mean, if you're firing it through your gun, what's the range of your gun again? 40 feet?
I believe so.
Yeah, you could spell you could spell strike with your gun with this one.
Yeah, I'll just do that. It'll make it
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah. You just got to make sure to like let me know like you're spell striking with it first in the future.
Yeah.
You're like
yep.
doing a rider, somewhat similar with like Ethna.
Mhm.
Uh,
So I will roll a single attack.
yes. Damn.
Oh my god, Sylph!
Damn. You jam your gun.
Nat won it.
Oh.
Well,
That would have been cool, and that's a waste of a third class spell.
Damn. Well, okay, so here's the thing though.
technically Gloomblind Bolts is cast and it is infused, in your shot, and like with Ethna, if you miss, you don't actually expend the spell yet. Like, you have it charged and you've casted it, but like if you were to clear your gun, you could fire that again still. It'll dissipate probably after combat. But like if we were in the thick of it and like this thing is still standing by your next turn and like you had a way to like quick clear your gun or something, like it's not completely wasted. You still hold the charge.
That's where my rapid reload comes into play.
So, Darlin,
Okay, I'm slumping.
but yeah, because your gun is jammed though, Sylph, like you actually have to repair it, or else if it nat ones again, it explodes.
Also, like, do I have to rack it? If it's jammed?
I'm gonna look at your character sheet while he's figuring out his turn real quick. I'm not sure you have the thing that lets you fix it in combat. Deeds, Gunslingers, dodge, focus.
So no, in IRL, you gotta re-rack your gun when it jams up. Like expel a cartridge and then re-rack.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you were like at least a gunner or whatever, I don't remember what they're called, but yeah, they can just fix their or quick clear their gun and be able to do that in combat.
Yeah,
like 1 round clear it.
He does not have that that benefit because he is a
secondary.
Yeah, he's a mysterious stranger, so he actually trades out quick clear. But for the most case, like Sylph, like can clear out of combat. He just can't clear in combat.
Yep.
Which
So
you have to do multiple attacks around, it's that's going to be screwy for you.
Yeah, if I were to try and fire it again, like what Nick said, if I nat one did, it's gonna blow up in my hand.
Yeah. Which would mean like you actually have to take like downtime to put the damn thing back together. It's not just as simple as like, I can take an afternoon and clear it and just fine.
Right.
So the more expensive the gun is, the longer that takes.
Yeah, no bueno.
But that said, you do have the backup of your bow anytime you need it, kind of thing.
Yes, with my new string on it.
That said, yeah. So, Darlin, you just decide to bludgeon this poor thing to death?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just brain it several times. But, yeah. It's down.
It's just hammer of a making on it.
Oh, yeah, just blah, 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 blah.
I'm gonna feel so bad if this is the mom trying to protect her baby.
I can guarantee it's not.
There is.
I can guarantee you it's not.
There are cries coming from inside the building. But, yeah. You know.
We're going to find a
creature.
dead mom in there, I guarantee it.
The creature here is definitely, like, down on the ground. And, you have a wrecked house to go investigate.
Eden is going inside.
Oh god.
Death
So,
come.
it seems like this cottage was, in fact, like, somewhat bombarded with rocks and stuff, as there are plenty of, like, holes kind of chunked through the exterior into the inside. A lot of the accommodations are kind of dashed or tossed around and just laid to waste. What's your what's your perception bonus?
Mine?
Yeah,
Perception bonus is 13.
you have a plus 13.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So once you're inside, and like anyone else who kind of follows you, and it's not difficult to locate the source of the sound. Up on the second floor, you can hear the mewling of a young child swaddled in cloth. It seems that this creature was kind of smashing about, almost in what it seems like searching for this like wailing child. As it didn't look like it was necessarily looking for food, as there's food kind of just scattered across the ground, and you do find that there is like behind like the exit heading to like the back of the cottage, blood stains, and just kind of taking a peek that direction, you can find like the smashed skull of a male human who probably resided here.
Edna's gonna find the baby.
Easy enough on the second floor, just kind of tucked away, in like a hole in the roof. There's like a small little area where, it seems like it was kind of stowed.
She's gonna approach it and try and pick it up and calm it.
I mean, you can definitely pick up the baby, but the baby's not gonna stop crying.
Probably not. But she's gonna still attempt.
May stealth use charm person on the baby to try and soothe it.
I mean, I guess. I've not actually ever heard of somebody doing that. We've had several parts. Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and roll a baby's wisdom roll on charm person.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
let's calm this baby down, Edna.
Actually, wait, I gotta double check something. Are they considered mindless? Because that might be factor.
Oh god.
Fuck. Don't be mindless.
They don't understand. It's a baby. So kind
Because
of
they don't understand
mindless.
doesn't mean they're mindless, though.
Yeah,
Well, depending on the age, it's more instinct than anything.
I can still woo it. I mean, I can even sing to it. Or I could use dancing lights to try and get it to calm down. But I think charm person would force it to calm down. So
Double checking. Okay, yeah, no, they are still considered to have at least some merit of intelligence, even at like infant stage. So go ahead and cast your charm person through your sheet real quick, so I have a DC to roll again. All right, charm person.
Roll a
16.
d20. Minus like 2, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. It seems to have taken hold.
all right, and then Sylph will start casting dancing lights and making little spinny thingies over the baby's head and start singing to it.
I'm gonna need a performance check from you. I'll use this in place of diplomacy, as Ethan is kind of holding the baby, trying to shush it, and you just like coming up and like shushing the baby yourself, but adding a little razzle dazzle to it.
Of course. Where's performance? Is it my features? No.
Skills,
Oh, skills.
background skills.
Background. There we go. That's why I wasn't seeing it.
Whichever one you decide to use. Passable. With a child, since it's acting as diplomacy, it treats you as friendly. Like, your performance is going to be able to at least calm it for the moment.
There it is. See, Uncle Sylph got you. You're fine.
Edna's just gonna ignore him and just keep holding the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hold the baby.
But yes, this cottage seems like it has been wrecked. It seems like one of the parents has been like murked, if this was in fact a parent.
Oh.
Anyone else can go ahead and roll me a survival check, because you're kind of like looking over the scene.
No, I'll try to figure out how things happen. Got it. There's mine, and Chompy will include his with smell. Survival. There we are.
I'm not rolling mine on the count that my survival is -3. So it's not meant to be alone.
Between Gochin and Dulgus, you can tell that there was a number of large creatures that had stormed through the area, basically like wrecking this place, and it seems like they've headed further down the trail to what you could only assume might be town. As farther along the trail beyond this cottage, you can see smoke rising from what remains of like 2 more stone cottages, kind of spaced a few hundred yards apart. From where you guys can stand and like following this up, you can tell that these interiors have also been ransacked. Large boulders kind of litter the ground around the buildings, and it suggests that like this was likely initiated by, you know, creatures of at least the size of the troll, if not, you know, bigger. But unlike the first cottage, there appear to be no living survivors within these cottages.
That's not good, guys.
Well, it looks like we've got a baby we gotta take to the next town. I think it's an orphan.
So,
Okay.
you guys...
Question.
What's your question?
How are we gonna feed it? I mean, don't you pigskins like have to feed them milk or something?
Depends on the age.
Darlin asking the good questions.
Bogus.
No,
Oh,
Darlin's like,
Darlin.
is the troll still breathing? Yeah, as the others have kind of gone inside and started to
I know,
look
checking
around
the
and
grounds,
deal with the
Chompy did
baby.
fire damage with its bite.
Oh, wait, what?
Chompy did fire damage with its bite. It has the amulet, the amulet of mighty fist thing, except it just has the flame enchantment. There's fire damage on Chompy's bite.
It's there. I did not catch that.
That's mainly
It's
why I
was-
asked.
I mean, it only stopped it for that one round, and then its
You
round
think
came
Chompy
back.
wasn't eating on this thing?
I mean, I guess. If Chompy's eating it, then yeah, you know. Troll dealt with. Dead is dead.
Alright.
It
Charlie
does.
doesn't know a lot about trolls, but, you know, he's used to dealing with them because they're up north a lot. So he's like, I've seen them come back.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and this
So he's
troll
staring
looks
out
like
like-
it. This troll looks like it came a little more equipped than just the average troll. It's not just like wearing like a little bit of armor. Underneath the armor slats, like Chompy's kind of eating it, but like you do hear clinking in its armor as like Chompy's kind of gnawing on this thing.
They start rummaging through its gear while Chompy's munching away.
Let me go ahead and just do this, and then do this, and close, 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 close. All right, and figure update. There we go. It should be configured to be a loot pile now.
Ooh. Thing. So while they're all messing around with the baby, Dollar's just like taking things off the dead corpse.
I mean, somebody's gotta.
It's true.
So,
For what it's worth, out of character, I would have absolutely been concerned about that. I just like, no, it's fine. Good thing Chompy has this thing. I just didn't bring attention to it.
nah, this shit. This tastes weird. Not quite right. Still fine.
It's a little too tough and chewy for Chompy, I guess.
Gochin sniping items. Reminder that some of those are going to need to go on to the group loot.
Yeah. I know. I'll
'Cause you
start
sh-
putting
Gochin is
some of
just
my
stealing
stuff in
items from the group before they can even enter the thing, even though they just got an artifact for an arm. Goodness.
yeah, I don't necessarily, know if you guys can see the, they're not supposed to be identified, so I hope that, they are
We
still
can see what they
secret.
are. We can see what they all are.
Ah,
The Mighty Fist, Cloak of Resistance, blah blah blah.
damn, it didn't work.
Yep, the point is, I see someone just grabbing shit for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're supposed to be, identified. Gochin.
Damn it.
I saw things being taken. I'm like, okay. Let me grab some so I can share that with the group.
No, that wasn't what you were thinking. It's too late.
Well, the potion of bark I didn't think anyone would want. I know the cloak of resistance would be.
Oh.
I already have one of those, so I don't need it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if half the party has one at this point if, someone didn't. But, yeah. The, storage is in the, items tab, so... Y'all can fight over loot to a certain degree. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I didn't really see much that Sylph really needs.
But, yeah, if, the party is, good on Chompy's snack, the gear that this troll had, and, wants to head back to the caravan, that's fine.
Yeah.
The caravan could kind of help take you past the, cottages on the way, and, as you can kind of take a closer look, like, take a brief stop to, like, look around, there's no one left in these cottages. But
Oh, no.
note that, like, instead of there just being bloodstains, it seems like a number have been, removed, missing, dragged away, something. They're just not here. The bodies aren't even here.
Oh god, there's a necromancer afoot.
No, more likely the trolls took them for food for later.
Yeah, possibly.
They're gonna be risen to haunt us for years to come.
Ugh.
Trolls
But,
don't res things, they eat them.
Cannibal necromancers?
Right, I forgot. End combat. Yes, and I'll have to be sure to get some experience for Ava. We're still doing experience in this game, right? I can't remember.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
just leveling up, and you all say it's time to level up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, you got experience.
Yeah, we
level
ain't
up?
gonna be leveling. No, not for a while, dude.
Yeah, we got a while.
It happens.
Eh.
It happens.
It's not gonna be until like probably another book.
No,
Oh,
you
wow.
guys will definitely get like a level or two out of this at minimum. Because like this book is supposed to take you to at minimum of 10. And you started at a level ahead. So like you guys have only just begun this book. Like the first little dungeon was like softball stuff. Like it wasn't meant to give you a shit ton of experience. There weren't that
Saw
many
was right.
encounters.
We won't get a level towards till the end of the book.
You'll get a level way before then.
Don't trust
Just
him,
got-
guys. He's lying.
Just
to
gotta
us.
start ramping up the encounters.
I
You know?
gotta kind of go with Derek on this one. This sounds untrustworthy.
A reminder: higher tier enemies give more experience. So
He's playing on he's playing on TPK, and that's what you can take away from that comment.
Oh, yeah.
In any case, about a half-mile down the trail from the sacked cottages, you can note the edge of what seems to be a village. It seems that the place is kind of got plenty of people running around and scrambling to try to organize and recover. As it seems like this place also has seen some sort of attack. As you guys kind of draw closer, you note a small band of villagers kind of quickly gather and range out to meet you guys at the trail. A number of them are of middle age to later in their years. Plenty of scars, marks, and some of them even have prosthetics themselves. But it is a woman who speaks first as your party draws closer. Travelers, what unfortunate timing you have. What
Yeah, we
what brings
saw.
you to Shinneman's Fortune? Just get the image of this
I
person.
forget, why are we here again? It's just
Yeah, Pinkskin's always distrustful of those with scales. I'm used to it.
View artwork and show players. Boop.
we're traveling to stop an incident from happening. Not this incident, but something else.
I see. Your timing does, seem a bit unfortunate. As as you can see, an event has happened. But my
Yeah,
apologies.
we ran into the remnants of this.
We found
The
a
outer
baby.
cottages have been attacked. A baby.
Yes.
I don't know. It's still
you know,
holding said baby.
Where did you find the baby?
One of the cottages
I
outside
point
of town.
back in the direction we came.
She grows pale and gestures to take the baby from you.
Edna will reluctantly hand the baby over.
They're upon looking over this child, you could see tears almost starting to well from this woman's eyes. And she tries to hold a somewhat stoic face, and you just kind of hear her mouth the word Abria, and she just kind of cradles the child into her neck and nods almost thankfully, but there seems to be some tension here. One of the other gentlemen kind of speaks up and is our apologies. This is Alderwoman Striakron, and I am Alderman Jarek Sineth. We recently besieged by a group of savage giants. This wandering band seemed to have passed through and just raided as much as they can. They've taken several of our townsfolk further into the mountains. We know not why they attacked. They just hacked and slashed their way through, killing a number of our townsfolk and taking others, seizing a number of our livestock and what they considered tribute, promising to return later. I fear that we're not ready to weather another of these attacks. So we're all just kind of collecting ourselves, wondering what to do next.
Well, there was a straggler. It's now dead. Back now where we found the infant.
This is my granddaughter. Did you find her parents? Did you find my son?
No.
Unfortunately,
All we found
no.
was the troll and the baby.
I don't care. I thought we found the body of one adult
did.
person.
I was trying to be nice.
Wait, what are y'all talking about? There was at least one dead person there.
It was another troll. And Sylph just starts kicking the dirt.
What are? That wasn't a troll. Damn, you pinkskins can't even recognize each other.
Dolgus, shut up.
Strya seems to like nod in understanding, pained but understanding. Oh, my son, dearest Rolf. And what of his wife, Pataya?
We did not
There was
find.
just the one.
So there's hope for her yet, although I'm not sure how much.
Ooh. Sylph is just getting more and more depressed.
Good. I hope you suffer, Syl. You brought this upon these poor people.
He had flashbacks of Everstand and the lightning bolt striking down these poor innocent villagers from Dulcus.
I'm going to return home for a moment. Tarek, I want to make sure that Aubrey is a little more comfortable for the moment. I'll be right back. He kind of nods, and as she departs for the time being, he looks to the rest of your party. You seem well armed.
We
You
are.
say you're out here to prevent some sort of event from going on. Might I ask what nature of event you're trying to prevent?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, gosh.
Debating on whether I should tell. Should we tell? I don't
End
think
of
we
the
should.
world stuff.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
That's fairly grim.
Can
Yes.
Edna kind of like read into if there's any ill intentions of this guy or no?
Sure, you could roll a sense motive.
Okie dokie. Move out the way. That would be. Let's see. Oh, hey.
You can tell, like, this man has, like, the presence of a veteran. Like, while he is shaken by the events that have taken place, he is doing what he can to keep people, like, calm and, like, moving in a forward direction rather than just open panic. And while people are scrambling about, this isn't just, like, villagers running with their chickens with their heads cut off. This is a concerted effort to, like, take toll, to get an idea of what still remains, and to, like, recuperate strength where it can be found.
Okay.
He is asking with, like, genuine interest as to, like, whether there are other things that this village is going to now need to be concerned about.
Edna
Well,
would
then-
tell him what's going on. She recognizes it. Whether the party
Giants.
likes it or not, she would tell them.
Well, it's no secret that giants roam these areas, but normally they're not as organized as they've shown themselves to be today. They took a number of
Yeah.
ours captive, and this is... Gentleman's Fortune is a place where veterans come to retire, to have a small, meager means to make a living, live a quiet life, and yet still provide for the greater communities, whether that be here or whether that be to send trade down towards Skelt or Corvosa or hell, even as far as Vigil. This is where we come to find our solitude. Normally we are well enough on our own in order to defend ourselves from most paltry threats. A stray troll here or there is not a problem on its own. But when a contingent of giants roll their way through, catch most by surprise, well, in the defense of those who can't defend themselves, we found ourselves overwhelmed. Your arrival is, while poorly timed, still yet fortuitous.
Oh.
I can only hope, like the rest of my townsfolk, that they've not yet eaten the captives. but at least we know that some of them still yet live, as it does seem the threat of these giants is to take as many as they can living for whatever ill purpose they seem to consider. Tribute at least infers that there's a purpose at the end, though I fear what that might end up being.
Either slaves or food, most likely.
There's not much we could offer you outsiders. We can assist with basic supplies or food and water for a few weeks, but maybe some of the individual villagers would be willing to part with some of their more intrinsic leftovers from their time in the field. Granted that you have something to ease our troubles in trying to secure reparations for the village. It'd be hard to ask outsiders fresh to our village to assist us with anything that might be able to help our lost brethren. Even our village's eldest of the council, Taram Shinnerman, was taken in this recent raid. Kind of a guiding focus for most of us, being the main benefactor of town. We'd be greatly appreciative of any assistance you could give in terms of retrieving him. But I know that you have a tall task before you. We are hoping for any to still be alive, but we're not daft to think that we are so lucky. Any who could be returned to us would be a grace upon the gods. But even just a confirmation of their final stature would at least lead to some peace.
And another quest disappeared. Ding, ding, ding. Exclamation point above their head. Glowing gold. Will you take it?
It's better than you guys falling into their traps. I mean, we could look for them.
We know that the giants were heading south when they left the village. And from what you say, you are looking for some sort of collection of giants here within the mountains?
For the most part.
Perhaps this is the reason they decided to claim what they call as tribute.
Out of character, did Urgash head this way?
You sent him to the mountains. Whether he's here or not is, who knows?
Okay, in character, still to speak on. Have you seen a very tall gentleman with 2 giant oxes? Just kind of destroying shit along his way?
I can't say we have.
Right.
I
well,
would be worried for such an individual to pass through our town, as we, again, try to keep to ourselves. We're just here to enjoy what time we have left, and with what family has decided to come and join us here in this remote village. The place is rife with materials, metals of, different work suitabilities, be it for smithing, for jewelry, for odds and ends. We are miners predominantly, so we draw what resources we can from the mountains and trade them with passers-by, or send our own traders to the local cities and bring back what means we can to enrich ourselves. We occasionally get donations from Lastwall from time to time for housing the retired knights who once filled their ranks.
Knights of Ozum?
Yep.
Indeed.
I know it well.
Well, if you happen to see that towering buffoon and he tries to come after you guys, just point him our way and say that the monkey man and scary little girl's group are out slaughtering giants and left him behind.
I hope I don't meet such an individual, but I will try
try to make sure that those words are uttered before it comes to a slaughter of him and his cattle.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
As this conversation kind of carries on, Strya would return, and in her hand she seems to have this small silver cloak clasp, kind of shaped of an arrow, and kind of extends it to the party. It isn't much, but I would hope that this would provide aid for someone at least amongst your party.
I don't know. We'll grab
It's
it.
the least I could offer for protecting my granddaughter.
Ooh. It's an arrow.
It's
not
another
an arrow,
deal
it's
for
a pin.
Goshen's harem, I guess.
No.
Surprised that he hasn't piped up, to be honest.
He doesn't like him human, that's the problem.
Would you like us to avenge your son's slayer with this arrow?
Didn't
It's
we
a
already
It's,
cover
class.
this?
it's a class,
not an
not an
arrow.
arrow.
For the second time.
Edna
she's
will
not
shove it
giving
in
us
his
an arrow.
face like it's not an arrow.
It's a class.
How many
That
times
looks
do we
like
have
an
to say
arrow.
this? Goodness.
I mean, I really wanted a freaking arrow.
You
So
have
it
enough
swats away.
ammo. You have enough ammo, Sylph.
That's hilarious.
Can Edna check out the clasp?
Sure, go ahead and give me a spellcraft.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Spellcraft. Where are you?
So funny, I even forgot to laugh.
Philip will look at Tom and go, why did she
Mm.
use arrows?
Yep. Yeah.
Doesn't feel like you necessarily know in this moment what that one might be.
Well, I guess she's gonna hold on to it until she can ask Ava for help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Edna's gonna. So this is the like head of the village.
These two seem to be what counts as elders within the town. An alderman or an alderwoman are effectively like advisors in a council who would like run the town. It sounds like the speaker is the individual who was taken away,
Okay.
as he would be like the highest of elders. So
Edna-
their big boss has effectively been taken, and it sounds like he held the name that kind of is the moniker of the town,
Okay.
as that was Taram Shinneman.
Edna's gonna ask if she can request a private meeting with these two.
Sure, of course. Would one of us suffice? One of us should really get back and make sure the efforts to coordinate town are maintained.
Only need one of you.
They nod. You may take your pick, I suppose.
Whichever.
The rest of you, feel free to roam about town. Just understand that many of the people here are in moments of grief or trying to just recuperate what has transpired today.
I am on the job. Fear not. And Sylph runs off singing and trying to cheer people up.
Oh, God.
Edna's just gonna
Oh,
rub her
Some
head
people
like,
probably have some quests
"Oh,
for us. Let's go see.
Oh.
We'll look
Thank-
for quests while singing, and Sylph runs back and grabs Gotren.
Please do not break anything.
Singing. And they walk off.
I don't know if you've caught on to this, but they always break something when they go off. I don't think telling them not to is going to change that.
I
I'm
know.
not sure there's much left to be broken.
Oh, you'd be shocked.
They'll find something.
Very well. Well, young lady, who might you wish to speak to?
Either. I'm whoever has more knowledge.
I believe that would be you, Straya. I shall go tend to the efforts.
Oh, I thought they were gonna start flexing on each other.
So Jarrett kind of heads off to continue putting the efforts of town, to recovery, as Strya Crumb remains behind. You've got questions, so.
Is Roddy within the group or no?
Roddy's with the caravan, and the caravan's kind of like looking at about like, so what's the game plan here? Kind of looks to Darlin, who seems to be the least engrossed in the current conversation, but like still might know what's going on.
I think we're going to be going to hunt some trolls.
All right. Then what's the plan?
Hell if I know.
I know that the wagon's probably not going to be too well suited traveling through the mountains beyond this area, but doesn't necessarily mean that we need to be like completely stonewalled. I don't know. So we leaving now. We helping the townspeople. Seems like shit kind of went sideways.
The moment I think we're helping people.
All right. Well, you heard the man. Let's settle up and see what we can find and what we can provide. So Roddy's going to kind of lead the effort of a few people joining him to, head with the townsfolk unless somebody's specifically requesting his presence.
I don't know, specifically asking for his presence.
Understood.
She needs more.
He still
Myself
gets-
was gonna notice him.
He still gets the rest of the, team kind of operational. Like, Calrian is more than happy to be, like, of help here, tending to people's wounds. Jess is kind of, like, helping with taking stock of, like, supplies and things of that nature. Dragar can kind of, like, take a look for, like, defenses and, what kind of beasties might still be lying about.
I'm going to talk
I
to
suppose-
Jess real quick.
To who?
To Jess.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, a warm meal tends to ease burdens of one's soul. Maybe try to whip up just something simple, even like a gruel of some sort.
I
People
mean,
would appreciate warm food.
that's definitely a good idea. I figure Umlo could probably handle that while I help them with their supply management. It's been nice
Okay.
having a second pair of hands when it comes to, preparing food. It's kind of pulling double duty with both quartermastering and food.
I see.
I'm a tradeswoman at heart.
Darlin just
Gives
wanted
you an-
her food.
She's just kind of gives you an uneasy smile. Again, when she looks at you, you feel this, like, shiver kind of creep down your back now.
He's so gosh dang cool.
I'll just nod and go, okay, I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'm gonna make sure those two don't break something, even though I'm sure they probably already have.
Okay, bye.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Why would you do that? The bar door doesn't go that way.
Oh, Jen, come on! You make stuff for a living.
Well, while they're doing this, I guess Dolgus and Chompy will be wandering around, perhaps helping to lift heavy objects with Chompy.
That would be definitely helpful. Kogan's kind of acting as like a triage assistant, as he's got, alchemical elixirs for this, that, and the next thing. Offering coffee for those who need a little pep up in their step up. And as usual,
Their step up.
Valana is observing and just kind of smirking at the current situation that everyone finds themselves in. Just kind of taking it in stride. Ingerhild is helping wherever she can. She's got, more fighting capabilities than, raw skill capabilities, but she's still handy with, like, figuring out places to where to lay traps for such creatures, as giants are kind of a thing she really likes bashing skulls for.
Imagine that.
I know, right? That said, Roddy does, once the rest of the crew is kind of sprung to action, make his way over and goes, you called for me?
Need a little bit of moral support since Ava's kinda not available.
Well, I mean, she is doing studies, and she said that this sounded a lot like not her problem. So,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
she didn't seem quite well. It sounded like she was, rather put off by this situation. I get the sense that, seeing something like this might be a little beyond her, emotional ken.
I don't blame her. She can rest.
So, what can I do for you? Kind of gives you a smile.
I have questions for a painful thing I gotta ask, and I just need some emotional support, which is odd coming from me.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Good.
I got you.
I appreciate it. And Edna's gonna
Someone's gotta-
lead towards the older lady.
Straya. Sure.
Yes, Straya.
She is
That's
kind
got
of.
all of her talking friends. What other support could she possibly need?
Ha ha ha! Yeah. Edna needs all the support she can get.
So, Straya is not difficult to, track down. She is basically by her abode with Aubrey basically in arm and, swaddled, got a, couple bibs and things like that to, keep her occupied and happy, so to speak. You said you have questions.
Yeah. Hold on. She's gonna pull Arwen off her back and pull out the journal. I
She's gonna feed the baby to Arwen.
came across this in our travels in a old friend's room after she passed, and I am curious if you have any knowledge on it. And she will hand the journal over.
I recognize many of these names from this first page. Some of them came to retire here. Many of them gone by this point, but their families still persisted. Some of them taken in this recent attack, actually.
That's unfortunate.
Chinnaman's fortune was kind of a place of retirement for many of the Knights of Ozum who had kind of had a little too much of it last wall. Or had done their service and were no longer fit to fight. Lost a limb, lost the ability to weave their magics, or just simply could not press forward further.
Edna's gonna kind of take that to like a stab to the chest, like ow.
These numbers were donations we had received from time to time. Augustine was a frequent parishioner of, or patron of ours. I mean, it would only make sense. Her husband and child are in fact buried here.
Edna's gonna also just kind of stay very silent right now. And just nod, like, oh. Yeah. That's unfortunate as well.
You
She,
say she's passed.
yep, she passed.
I see. That is sad. We were friends back in the day. I had been a clergywoman at one time for the Church of Pharasma back in Vigil, we'd crossed paths a couple times. She'd make sure that those who traveled, whether it be in her contingent or those who were sent further afield, at least knew that they had allies here and there throughout Lastwell's most border of forts.
She was a good woman.
Troubled, to say the least. I think sometimes she took her job as a knight a little too seriously. She only joined up after the death of her husband and child in one of the skirmishes the orcs had taken to the border towns of Lastwall. She and Tarim actually went way back, and it was his ambition that she decided to finance. And as kind of a nod of approval, she buried her family here. They both lost people in the attack on that village that day. She threw herself into work, and he into making this place.
Edna's gonna kind of like scoot closer to Roddy. Like, fuck.
Roddy just kind of like, offers an arm and just kind of like, there.
Jeez, what am I supposed to do here? Yeah, that sort of thing.
So, can you explain why my name's in there?
I would guess that perhaps she might have expected you to arrive here, only for you never to have. Perhaps this was her list of individuals who she thought needed repayment. As I said, Augustine was a troubled woman. She felt keenly the sorrows of those that she held under her command, old and new. Whenever she felt that she had incidentally slighted an individual or maybe burdened them with a little too much, she always tried to make it her goal to see them repaid, be that monetarily, for their families, for themselves, or, place of comfort, or occasionally things to be left behind.
Huh.
Whereas many are crossed off in this first page, as I said, their families have come to spend their time here. Thus, stipends or a chance to start something new. Many, would receive what small pensions they get from ceasing their time as knights, but usually does not involve getting them into a stable income to continue to provide in their usually disabled states. Some bring their families to make things easier, but we are a town quite far from others. Fees for goods can sometimes rack up.
Makes sense.
As to why there was no designated value next to your name, I could only speculate. Perhaps it was a question of what would even service to enrich your life. Maybe it wasn't a place here. Maybe it was something else that was to be left. I can't say. How did she come to pass, if I might ask?
She was poisoned in Everstan.
That is quite sad.
We had just arrived the night before she had passed, so we did not reconnect on good terms, to say the least.
I see. And yet you keep her journal. One would think that if you did not reconnect on good terms, that you probably would have burned it, left it.
It's a complicated history.
As are many. Relationships are a messy thing. This I know.
Messy's to say the least.
Tell me about it.
Edna will just kind of like elbow him.
Sorry.
She was my rock for a very long time. So, and I hated her for almost as long. So it's quite hard to let that go.
I see.
She was there at my lowest point, and then dropped me into a lower one.
I am quite sorry to hear that. Like, don't dare to assume that I know what you're going through. But know that even grief, like life, does tend to pass.
I've come to terms with that. I think I'm in a better place now because of it. I found a reason to keep going.
That's good. If we have nothing left to strive for, then we are left open to hopelessness. This is why we of Shinneman's Fortune yet hope that our stolen friends, family, loved ones still yet draw breath. And why we will keep hoping. Were there other questions you had?
Currently, no. That's about all I've had. Questions. I don't think we'll ever really know what she was thinking.
And yet you move forward, and be it to honor yourself, be it to honor those that you have close to you now, or be it to find this continued reason to renew your own hope. Whatever experience Augustine has left you, I hope it at least doesn't hold you back from finding that eventual happiness.
Hopefully one day.
She kind of looks over to Roddy. Did you have questions, Youngsu? No. I'm fairly good. Just here for, emotional support. Looks over at the, trying.
Edna will just nod. Yeah, he's my emotional support thing.
Damn, I'm
Thing.
thing. I've been demoted.
I don't got a title for you, okay?
All right. I'm not here to argue.
But, yeah, Edna just will take the journal back and kind of thumb through it.
If you have any other questions, we'll of course be here. But I'm going to turn to tending to my granddaughter and seeing what else the villagers might need.
Thank you for your time, and I hope your granddaughter will be okay. Eventually.
I'm sure she will. We're strong folk here, but I just hope that her mother can be found.
If we find any survivors, we'll return them. As best
She
as
nods.
we can.
Sounds like we've got some active heroism to be doing. Kind of gives you a smirk.
Yep, we should probably get going on that. No rest for heroism.
That's the spirit.
She'll chuckle and just push him out the door. Let's go.
On my way. What are the rest of you doing?
Helping, as I said.
Helping and helping and helping. Alright, then.
Yep, Silpa's keeping the kids occupied.
They definitely need it, and they definitely are more than happy to, aid. It seems like, if anyone's, looking for, other odds and ends items, there are some minor magic items that the locals are kind of, have out that's obvious, or, are taking an stock for that, Jess is kind of noted. If you guys are, looking to trade anything or, looking to get anything, some minor items, no more than about, 1,500 gold could probably be found here.
In the middle of still entertaining the children, I'm gonna grab a piece of sausage out of my beard, look around, yell, "Chompy treat!" and I wanna throw it itself.
Chompy
Chompy's
comes rushing over, carrying dragging behind him within his mouth a giant fallen tree log.
Oh no.
Can I roll an
Dragging a long mark on the ground as he rushes over.
You may attempt an acrobatics check to evade.
Oh, I want to do a little twirly thingy and land on Chompy's back.
Ah.
That's at least 10 feet up, man. Good luck.
Well, we're doing this.
There's space around to try to use some things to make it a little easier. So roll me that acrobatics. Let's see how this goes.
Damn it.
No, you get fucking trampled, dude. Not even your own gala inspiration can save you from that one.
I figure he kind of goes to jump, but he's mid-air, almost at Chompy's head level, and Chompy just barrels into him.
Just get football gored by Chompy.
It just flips his legs.
Dude, the kids laugh.
Oh yeah, no, for fucking sure.
Chomp-
Initially they were scared of Chompy, but seeing this silly antics with this giant fanged beast just makes them all die laughing.
Also, I will note that Chompy will drop the tree log to nom the sausage, which means the tree log probably falls onto poor Sylph.
Oh no. Pinned beneath a tree log.
As this happens, Darlin just takes a bow and walks away.
And Gochin yells over, "Oh no!" and tries to get the tree off.
Go ahead and roll me strength there, Gochin. You've been having performance anxiety tonight, so
Yeah.
You got this, Gochin.
hey, yeah, you can get off him easily.
Oh,
My
God,
friend
that
was
was
in
heavy.
danger.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
No problem.
Jeez.
There,
Have
even
the-
through
the
all the
mama bear
devastation,
friend.
at least the village is getting some cheer out of this.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely helping some morale. While you all seem scary at first, the heartwarming displays are kind of warming the town to you a little bit.
Even if some of the elders are like, we really need to be worried about like things going on. Like even they kind of like crack a smile.
Good.
But it seems that even despite the village's misfortune, there is still that nice little glimmer to like light things up. But it seems like in terms of quests, the only real quests that anyone is going to have for you is they just want their missing kinfolk back. And the giant threat ended.
So you're telling
Which-
me no one's like, oh, can you hand this letter over to that farmer over there?
Fuck no. They're all just like, this is a small town. Like, they know what needs to be done right now. Their buildings have been, like, peppered and broken, but, like, these are people who know how to, like, get into hard work. These are mine. These are
You think
farm-
we're city bastards?
Right.
Oh no, my hoe broke. Can you go to the store and get me another one? It's right over there.
Yeah, no.
No.
They've got spares. Like, they can equip
my
you
watering
guys
can
with...
is out of water.
Right. They can equip you guys with some basic supplies if you need them. The caravans basically had you guys somewhat taken care of in that regard. But, like, even the eldermen and elderwomen, like, they acknowledge that, like, you guys say you're out here to do a job. They are more than happy for you to, like, remove this giant threat. The only thing that they, like, put out there is, like, if you find any of their kinfolk, they would be more than happy for it, and you would be a god's grace. They don't have a whole lot they can offer you, but if, like, there's things that they can do, like, be it small jobs or, small recompense, like, they really need to rebuild their village, but they are willing to, like, lend that aid.
Okay, give me a list of names and pictures. I'll do my best.
Yeah, we need names, so we're coming to kick ass.
No. We're rescuing.
We're also coming to chew bubblegum, but our bubblegum supplies are kind of low.
And not their asses, but the giants, trolls' asses, yeah.
Ugh.
Yes, I do need to go to actors though and award some experience if this button works. Nope, that's busted. Okay. I'll have to double check that later. I might just have to add it in individually. Yeah, I'll make a note of
Yes,
that.
fear not, because I, Sylph, the once former quarter of the Princess of Hianzia.
Effectively, you guys do get experience for having rescued Abria and returning her to Straya.
Yay.
But as you kind of mosey through town, like, it is a small town. It, kind of is multi-leveled and multi-tiered. You guys help where you can for a moment. But it is, noticeable that, like, they've got a lot of things in hand. With the help that you offer them, they're definitely a little better off to, like, having a full head count of who's still left, what supplies and repairs they're going to need to do and use. By afternoon, like, or by the time it's like time to sleep, like, you guys are, they are fairly well along in their, like, steps to at least be somewhat more prepared in the event that something else goes awry. And just traveling along, like, you can get a general layout of town, the number of buildings that are here, the different types of people that are here. The graveyard that they've got posted out back in dedication to the Lady of Graves. Yeah. It's a small town. It doesn't take long. You guys have the evening to kind of decide how you want to engage things further. You're going to have to continue heading south beyond Shunaman's Fortune towards the Giants Valley. And any time you spend is further time that these giants have probably made distance between them and here.
Oh, shit.
So,
Make haste. We have quests to complete.
Yes, Mr. Weirdo.
Yeah.
Of course, Mr. Weirdo. At once, Mr. Weirdo.
So what's the mentality of the party right now?
Time to train a battalion of child soldiers.
Oh, shit. This is true.
Do you rest? Do you try to make your way now? Are you taking a moment to plan your course of action?
Definitely should plan our course, but I do want to take action, though. Well, still Sylph does.
We need a plan.
Plan. Find them and kill them.
Man, if only Urgesh was here.
No. Urgesh does not need to be here.
We love him, you guys.
No, you.
You love him.
You do have a strange fascination with that orc. I'm kind of surprised.
He's so misunderstood.
Oh, is he now?
He just wants one thing, and everyone stops him from getting it. I feel that.
I mean, he literally worships the god of destruction.
Oh, hey,
mm.
I don't knock on other people's gods, and he looks over at Tulkas. We can be who we want.
You're not wrong, but at the same
Boris
point,
doesn't notice. He's too busy having a conversation with Chompy about the finer details of how trolls apparently taste.
Tough texture, kind of grainy. Well, dirty, almost slimy inside.
I mean, let's
Weird.
put it this way: he had the conscience and well manners enough to let us go. Twice.
I think that was mostly because of the fact that you promised bigger bait.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think at some point he's going to get pretty annoyed when he doesn't get that bigger bait.
And then we will give you to him on a silver platter for that.
Okay, look. Say you're going to the tavern to get a full meal, and along the way, someone was like, "Hey, do you want this biscuit?" You just gonna leave the biscuit, or are you gonna take it? You're probably gonna take it. He chose to not take us.
Don't worry, Sylph. If he shows back again, I'll have him talk to the hand.
Okay. See, now that's fair.
Gochin, I gotta ask, are you just coming up with catchphrases now because you've got some, artifact on your arm?
Oh, it just happens. I don't know.
Oh
All
no,
right,
he'll
then.
talk to the hand.
I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, as a poet, wordplay is kind of my thing,
Yep.
but
This is true.
You know, if the glove fits.
no, that's a good one. I'm gonna use that later.
Oh my god.
I always thought it was if the glove didn't fit, they have to acquit.
Yeah.
Even if
Roddy's
he
just-
actually did it, no, we gotta do this because we made the whole thing.
Roddy's just noting these down.
I think you're smart enough to
Because the
make
prosecution
these
is
up
so dumb they don't realize that leather like shrinks in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we're charging ahead tonight, or are we taking a rest?
And we're off.
A legitimate question, because I know some of you can't actually see in the dark. And by some of you, I mean me.
I can't see in the dark either.
Gochin
I
can't
don't
either.
care what your problem is.
I can now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The lizard people fixed me.
Oh, right. You got those tattoos on your eyes, little scarring stuff.
Yep.
Right.
Now my
Wait a
vision is
second.
so good. It's 25-25.
Hmm.
Stop fighting, you guys!
Higher number is better, right?
Stop fighting!
Check. I guess.
You guess.
Darwin
Look, I
holds
can't-
up his middle finger. How many fingers am I holding up, Gochin?
Like 2? 2.5? Or 1.5?
Close enough.
I'm a little confused just to Gojin's experience and can't really say that I relate, but hey, whatever. Regardless, do we postpone the acts of heroism for the morning, or we just go right now and kick our balls to the walls?
Question.
Answer.
What about those that don't have balls?
Mm.
It says, looking over at it.
I think it's more the passive phrase of like when kids kind of like throw the balls that they like play games with and stuff at the wall.
Not those kind. God
Looks at Chompy.
damn it.
No! We gotta find them. Where did you leave them?
It's not the anatomical kind.
Edna's just shaking her head.
And he kind of leans over to Dolgus and goes, and to be fair, when it comes to deep female persuasion, they tend to wear them a little higher.
Edna's gonna smack him.
Tilda's just like nodding.
Yes, just mention that right now, okay? I'm the only fucking female here right now.
He said it quietly in Dolgus's ear.
She's been around the park enough to hear that kind of shit from comrades. She knows. It's not the first time. I vote, since most of us cannot see in the dark, we should probably wait for some sort of light.
Now they're
Or we just cast light and we just run all the way full tilt in.
Yes.
That's happened before, and we've
Sylphs
been
just burst
ambushed.
out dancing lights.
That sounds very exhausting.
Well, if,
Alright,
if we go tonight, I am
They're gonna
praying to
die.
Pharasma first, and
People are
then
gonna
we go.
die.
What say you, darling? What say you, Dolgus?
I don't care.
Doesn't bother me. I mean, wait, is this the same day we fought the troll?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, would you look at that? We should probably wait till tomorrow.
But people are dying. Is Sylva's
But
now on the floor,
spells
just like
need to
what
be
is wrong with
redone.
us?
We have to redo our spells.
If we go now, we might end up running into issues and keeping us awake for too long, and then we'll get exhausted for the next day.
Man,
It'd
I
be a lot
didn't
of
understand that you guys spent that much for one measly troll. Huh. Well, oh well. He just
Oh,
kind of walks
God.
back to the caravan.
Ooh, Roddy, I have to
What
hand
do
it
you
to
do?
you.
Sylph is now just picking up sand and throwing it.
Okay,
As Roddy
guys,
walks
we have to
away,
go.
I go, at least I didn't betray my village like a bitch.
Wow.
Ooh.
Edna's just gonna be like, what?
The whole village, you can hear him go, ooh, they don't even know, like, the behind, like, meaning to it, but they even felt it.
Yeah, they could feel that one.
Edna's gonna be
You,
so
you can just hear the
confused.
kids go, burn. They burned him good.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Well, it
It's
sounds
between
like
Roddy and the originals.
oh,
That's-
oh, okay. You get no heals.
Roddy just kind of waves his hand and diverts from the caravan.
You're very enchanting, Roddy. As- Man, we're just gonna sleep on them.
Well, I guess the party wishes to rest.
Yep.
And to rest, you're allowed to go, so feel free to hit your buttons.
Yay. Button done.
Yay!
Yeah.
I get my
Oh.
money well back.
Eight.
Give
As
me
you all
back my
return
health.
back to the caravan.
rest. There.
Hey, I need that spell. It's a critical chompy buff spell.
I was
Hmm.
really hurt, so I needed to heal.
Calrian could probably help out with that a bit.
Oh,
You have resources at the caravan of people who are more than happy to give you some assistance.
I had cure spells as well.
I was only missing one spell, so it wasn't a big deal for me, but
Wow.
Mhm.
I was
See?
kind of hurt.
We procrastinated on a pinch.
I was hurt, damn it.
We're gonna
But,
see what hurt really looks like when we appear. These people.
I've
These-
almost died, okay? I know what hurt looks like.
You know? Each of you, bunker down for the evening at the wagon, rest up, reprep spells, trade, consumable resources to bring everybody back up to full health. But during this evening, there is no sight of Roddy.
Oh no.
Edna's gonna be very annoyed at everybody.
Because Roddy went to go save them by himself like a bumhole.
Or you guys pissed him off.
Nope, now we gotta go rescue Roddy. This has become personal.
Wait, I was already told to hit the rest button, so I already.
Oh
hit
yeah,
the
no,
rest
you
button.
guys hit the rest button. Like, this is just, y'all expected to probably see him return back to the to the wagon at some point in the evening, but upon morning kind of dawning, no one's seen Roddy.
Silt already knows this Deku wannabe ran off to save the goddamn people by himself.
As per usual. Dumbass.
He's probably hanging upside down in the cave, guys, being tortured, wishing we were there. We should probably go save him.
Edna would already be trying to figure out where he's at.
Asking around, nobody has seen him. Not your caravan, not the locals. The last they saw of him was with you guys last night.
Any way she can, try and track him? From the way she had seen him go before they went to rest? Probably not.
With the way that recent devastation has gone on and the footprints of all the large giant folk that have kind of entered and left town, even a survival check in this area is going to be extremely difficult in terms of tracking one lone human.
Okay.
Well, she still would try.
Does the 35 make it? All right, let me get Chompy's aid there with his freaking smell.
Chompy's smelling only sausage this morning. But,
Especially our sausage supplies are somewhat depleted.
I know, right? It's almost like they've been re-prepared. Like a spell. Yeah. No, I mean, Athena, you're coming up dry. Nothing. Dolgus, however, has had his way with nature before. He knows how people tend to move about. And while this area of the mountains is not quite snowy, it is a little chillier the further you get into the mountain range. Not to a degree that you guys are going to have to start making checks versus cold or anything, but the ground is firmer in places. And Dolgus can note the particular footprint of a familiar boot he's tracked before. Definitely not giant or troll-like. They don't wear shoes. And others were assumed to be dragged away. This is a trail leading out of town.
Yeah, as usual, he's a traitor.
It is heading south in the direction where the giants were reported to have been heading.
So south. Silth will start heading south. Yep.
Yippee-ki-yay,
I'm gonna go save my buddy.
Your traitorous friend, you mean?
He may have had to enchant me, but I didn't have to enchant him. I win.
I think you don't know what domestic violence is, do you?
What's Stockholm Syndrome? Silt's eyes just start wandering.
You guys are goobers. Is the entire party leaving Shinnerman's Fortune for the time being, then?
Yeah, we'll go find the dumb Roddy who thinks he's better.
Oh, he's gonna get a serious scolding.
Is he now?
Oh, yes. Might even have Jess write in her finest of penmanship a really hateful note.
Lovely. Perfection.
Oh, man.
Nasty note in the silent street. He's gonna read this note while Silt just stares him down. And then he won't even look at him the rest of the day.
Holy shit.
Right? That's Silt being mad.
No fucking way. Are you kidding me?
What
did
happened?
you
Roddy
do?
die?
No.
Oh no. What did you do?
Nobody got the plate.
Traitor, like I said.
God damn it.
I mean,
That's
it's
so-
the way of the dice.
That's so funny. Yeah. Yeah. So as you guys are leaving Shinnerman's Fortune, you continue towards south, where you believe the Giant's Valley is supposed to be. At about a mile outside of the village, go ahead and roll me some perception checks.
God damn it, so. He's so heated in the moment to find Roddy, he can't see for shit. The music's way too loud.
Perception, you say?
Mhm.
Perception.
The perception.
Perception.
Flubbing my perception rolls.
Alright.
Oh, let me just roll a d20 and we'll throw a 1 on the end of it. I got 2.
Yep, so everybody but Sylph and Darlin, take note as you're traveling down and towards this general valley area. You can see a couple of creatures darting through the thickets of branches and brambles. 2 humanoids, zip towards your general direction, and upon closer inspection, particularly from Dolgus, as he notes this from way further back than most of you, it seems like a couple of villagers are darting their way towards your direction.
Oh god.
And upon seeing you, they go, "Oh, people, finally, we're on our way. By the gods we live."
Oh,
Kill
god.
them! Kill them quickly! No.
No?
Somebody stop them from getting close to us.
Shoot them still! They're obviously infected!
Edna's gonna stand out in front of them like, hey, guys, slow down, you're okay.
I forgot to fix my gun.
Like hell, you could have done that over the course of the night. I'm not gonna hit you for that one.
Okay.
You had downtime to do it.
All right, Sylph takes aim.
No,
I'm
you
just
will
playing,
not.
I'm just playing.
He still takes out his gun. He notices a dick has been drawn on it.
Come
on the wood
on!
stock.
Time to
Nice.
cock and load.
But yeah, you got two villagers, and they like kind of slow up when Evelyn kind of like says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hold on!" Like, yeah, no, we should keep going. Village is that way, yeah? Maybe, please say yes.
Why?
First,
We want to go home.
where are you coming from? What did you see? So we know what we're walking into.
That way,
Hold on.
giant cyclops, one eye, blast beams of like just energy and shit.
Is-
Really troublesome.
it-
Luckily, we were able to be let go.
Cyclops kineticist, understood.
Is there anyone else over there?
Yeah, bloke, blade, kind of like the one you're wearing, actually.
Edna's gonna
walked up
stop
and-
and like start taking off. She doesn't even care no more. She's done.
He made the cyclops say hi, friend.
She's
Roddy.
gone. She's gone. She doesn't even care no more. She's gone. Like,
Well,
like she doesn't even give a shit if the caravan's there. She's booked it.
Yeah, no, they look at the rest of you and go, yeah, he just kind of showed up and, like, played a little song, and all of a sudden the giant stopped being angry and just kind of let us go. He said, book it as quick as we could in this direction, so we're heading this direction.
No, keep going that way. You'll go across the village.
Thank you.
Yep.
And they, start booking it.
don't mind the giant dinosaur. It won't eat you.
Ah! They like jump at just now recognizing Chompy's there.
It's like Chompy was hiding behind a tree, and all they see is big teeth and eyes.
And, yeah, I mean, as Ethna races off, does the rest of the party take chase?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was so surprised that actually worked. Alright then. It does seem like they had been running for a good while. As even, taking off in that direction, like, takes you a long while to, like, reach this, like, clearing area with several trees that look like they've just kind of been, like, blasted down, burnt to pieces, and, things crushed, boulders chucked, branches cracked. It seems like the scene of a mild skirmish had happened within this clearing. But no sign of Roddy or a giant of any kind here. Those of you who would like could, of course, give me survival checks if you would so choose.
Alrighty. Time to do the thing.
Damn, Goshen. Damn, Dolgus.
Let me also see about the old chat.
Damn, Ethna. Chompy just don't care.
Just to be fair.
Damn, darling. Y'all do care.
Only so that we can feed him to Chompy. That's about
Damn, darling. Back at it again.
The white pens.
Damn, what are those?
those rolls you never get.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, looking over this site, it looks like a creature of, like, huge size, of humanoid gait, kind of trapped around here. You can see that there are some bonds of rope that are kind of cut, and lying, like, stomped into the ground here or there. There were, it seems like 2 captives, if the rope is of any indication, which are probably the 2, villagers that you just passed. Seems like there was, like, a bit of a skirmish here, but no blood. anywhere to be found here. It seems that looking for tracks, you could tell that the huge creature seems to have diverted to head west, whereas with the 32 and 29, tracks of those same boot prints for earlier seem to continue to head further south.
I swear if Rise convinces Cyclops to join him, I'm going to be very happy.
You get the sense they're heading in two different directions. The very huge creature's footprints lead westward, whereas the human-sized footprints seem to head further south.
Oh god, what did he do?
He convinced it to go a different direction. Or told.
Huh. So he's copying my Urgesh move. This motherfucker. Well played, Roddy. Well played.
But, yeah, I mean, it seems that it's pressed further forward, and you guys have a trail to somewhat follow. Not only do you note these tracks of what is assumed to be Roddy's, you can also tell that heading downstream, there seems to be drag marks and at least a half dozen other, larger footprints that head in that same direction. These are relatively easy tracks to discover. It's, the boot prints that seem a little harder to kind of keep an eye on while you follow this trail. But I think it is with this pursuit that we're going to go ahead and call it for this evening's sessions, as you guys are hot on the heels of your wayward companion, seeming fit to want to prove something. Be it to himself, be it to you guys, who knows at this point. But something that was said seemed to have, pushed a button.
Hope it wasn't the Urbarian chanting part.
But we'll pick up the session of Giant Slayer next time with wherever this trail of tracks leads.
Okay.
I hope everyone had fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I hope it at least, held up to some, expectations or interest.
Nope, failed miserably.
Damn it. Can never keep the dwarf happy.
Nope.
So much so that I've decided I'm going to take the hand from Gochin.
I'm throwing my tower away. I don't need a computer anymore.
Damn.
I go to cut off Gochin's metal hand and mistakenly cut off his other real hand.
Next session, we get to start digging into the real sandboxy part of this this adventure.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
No
I gotta
DLC.
start having no DLC. This is just straight up. This is the sandbox of this book. It's the choose your direction, and then I now have to prepare for those every direction, because you guys could probably go several different ways.
Oh boy.
It's less
Nice.
railroady and more great. They could literally go here, 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 or here, and I just have to have them ready at a moment's notice.
We could even split.
Sure, Sylph, go ahead and split the party, see what happens.
We'll have another Everstone
Yeah.
moment. Let's not do that.
Yeah, we did split in that moment. That wasn't that fun.
No. No, it wasn't. A lot of people got hurt.
But yeah, so 2 weeks from now we come back to continue our journey, see what the hell happens.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, kitty. Mama locked you out.
Talk to y'all later.
Later.
See ya.